And we are live. What's good, Josh the Mandel? Saying how y'all feeling? Welcome. Happy Saturday. I really want to know, guys, what's up, man? Hey, y'all. Y'all know I don't normally do stuff on Saturdays as far as streaming goes. Normally I'm out in the trenches doing my thing. My daughter had a bout of nasty, I think she had stomach flu, bro. Not just the virus, but a flu, man. It really messed her up. And that kind of shook my normal routine a little bit. I mean, that's what being a parent is all about, guys. Like you gotta look after the youngins. So I didn't get out last night. I stayed home and I was home last night kind of watching this morning. I woke up just earlier this morning looking at some stuff on YouTube and I saw this um two videos on law of distinction, man. Shout out to law of distinction out there. Sanctioned YouTube channel that covers all things Fresh and Fit. And basically what they do is they just take clips and post them. It's like a clips channel for Fresh and Fit. And when I say sanctioned, Myron and Fresh know about law distinction and they have permission from Fresh and Fit for Myron and Fresh to do what they do. Man, I saw I saw two clips that I could not wait to talk about. Man, I couldn't wait until Monday. We got to talk about it today. Let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Like, yo, those Fresh and Fit call-in shows, man. First of all, that's brave on Fresh and Fit part to do it. I don't know any other podcasters that do that. With one exception, I think that Lucario does it. But not a lot of podcasters, have the courage to do something like that, man. Like you just opening up yourself to not just the people who support you, but to your distractors, to the people who absolutely hate you. So I've seen some good content, man. And I think on Saturdays, I think I'll take an hour, maybe every Saturday or every other Saturday or something like that, and just review to some stuff that, kind of react to some stuff or review some stuff that I see on there. But this right here, bro, I had to talk about this. Not only is this guy game goofy and looking for cheat codes, but this dude moved from a big city to my old town. He's in Cincinnati, man. That's like my soil. So where I came up. And the stuff that he's saying, I'm like, bro, really doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to give you my take on it, right? Being a dude from the Natty, listen to this guy, what he has to say. And it's like, nah, bro, nah. So, we just going to get into it. This guy's called in and let's just get into this, yo. It's so funny.
All right. So what's up, Fresh? What's up, Myron? I got a question for Myron because this is kind of like a hate thing, right?
Sure.
So I have no kids. I'm 33, robotics engineer, so I make a lot of money. So doing all the things that you guys advise, like, getting my money up, going to the gym, stuff like that. But where's the bitches? Like, I'm out here worried about, just me focusing on my craft. I'm thinking that, a lot of chicks is just going to be running up on me because chicks is always looking. But
what? Wait, are you a hater, bro?
So yeah, that's my whole hate thing right now. Like I'm just trying to figure out like where they at. I don't know where they at, bro.
Wait,
you gotta help me out.
I thought you said you were a hater.
My nigga said I'm. So here you go, right here. Here it is. Where the women at? Where the women at? Where the black women at? Where the white women at? Where the Latinas at, man? Where the Asian women at? Where the women at? This dude is not a hater. This guy watches Fresh and Fit. He subscribes to the advice that Myron and Fresh give out on the platforms. You can tell this guy has been watching. It sounds to me that he's been watching the daytime shows, not so much the nighttime after hours stuff. So he's really been watching. It's like, all right, I make a lot. I'm 33 years old. I make a lot of money. I live in a medium-sized town. I go to the gym, right? I'm chasing excellence. Where are the women? Hey, bro, you got to do the work, man. What do you mean? It just doesn't, you don't register with some sort of organization and then the women just show up, bro. You have to do the work. And he calls in, he's like, this is Myron's problem. Myron, I'm doing everything you say, but I'm not getting any success, bro. This is not a fresh and fit problem, my friend. This is a you problem, Mr. 33 in Cincinnati. Let's continue.
I'm balling. I'm working on myself in the gym, but there's no bitches here, Myron.
Wait, bro, how you?
This is your fault, Myron.
Are you a hater, bro?
No bitches because of you, Myron.
So the hatred thing is just like you say all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to the T. That I'm thinking that the women's supposed to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never lose women making money, but you lose money chasing women. So I'm chasing the bag.
Uh-huh.
But where they at? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
this is your fault.
So
Myron.
here's the thing, my friend. It's very interesting. Are you aware of the fact that we've done, I think, at this point, maybe 2 or 3 videos on how to source girls?
This all goes back to, especially over here on this platform, when Uncle Saint's talking to you guys out there, you're like, man, what do I do? What's the first thing I ask you, man? What's your mission? What's your mission? This guy's 33 years old. You know what he's looking for? He's looking for a wife. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for the one, which means he's watching Fresh and Fit, but he's not truly like he's taking in what they're saying, but he doesn't know how to digest it. He doesn't get it. This dude is looking for a wife, I think. I could be wrong. You got to ask yourself, what's your mission? Is your mission just to go out here and smash? You're trying to just get your notch count up, trying to go out here and just understand the game and go out here and meet some women, get a rotation going, whatever. Or you trying to do that? Or you out here trying to learn female nature so you can find the one. You're looking for a wife, right? I got all this money. My body's together. I'm in a good place. I'm ready to go to the next level, which some people will say that the next level is relationship. I'm ready to have a relationship. Okay, cool. But you have to be socially in tune to get there, or you're going to get wrecked. You're gambling, bro. If you don't understand how things work, female nature, the dating landscape, if you don't understand what's going on in these trenches, it's a really good chance you could get worked over bad. But let's continue.
Yes.
Did you watch those?
And I've watched them all. I did them the same way to the T, bro.
Okay, hold on. If you watched it,
the money,
tell me exactly what you did if you watched those videos then.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
If you watched those videos, then tell me exactly what you did.
To source the women, I'm off of social media because social media is kind of toxic. So I did the whole social media thing, wasn't working. The dating apps with the good pictures, did that. I was on Hinge, on Tinder, did all that. Didn't pay for it though, because I'm not spending my money on that. That's a bad investment.
What you want, bitches, bro?
And also,
this guy does not understand what Myron and Fresh are talking about. He hears them, but he doesn't understand it, man. He's like, well, I'm not gonna pay for Tinder Gold or whatever they charging for Hinge, whatever it is or whatever on these dating apps. That's a bad investment. It's not a bad investment if you're trying to source women. Again, what is your mission? If your mission is I'm just trying to go out here and learn female nature and just see what I can do with these women, then okay, now we just need to run numbers. Now we just need to meet as many women as possible. So what does that mean? We got to hit all the funnels: Instagram, Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, Match. You got to do all the dating sites. You might even want to consider jumping over to the sugar sites. And this guy's saying, well, I'm not investing money into that. That's stupid. It's not stupid. If you have the bread, the reason you have money is you can invest in yourself. This is all an investment in you and what you're trying to do. Granted, you don't want to be flying girls out. Granted, you don't want to be a simpleton and just be spending money blindly on women, hoping for something in return, which you normally won't get. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to go out there and just pay for intimacy, you could do that, but that's not going to help you secure, your life partner or whatever you're looking for, right? It all takes work. This guy is like, okay, I got a career where I'm making a bunch of money. I'm in the gym. I got my body together. Women should just be throwing themselves at my feet. And here's the thing. This dude's in Cincinnati, Ohio. This comes out later on in this video. He's in Cincinnati, Ohio. Bro, you have to be extremely game goofy if you're making that kind of bread in Cincinnati. You're in shape and you don't have any women trying to holler at you. You're in the corporate world in Cincinnati. Now, listen, Cincinnati is one of those bittersweet type places. The hood in Cincinnati is unforgiving, is vicious. You got to be careful about, dealing with these hood folks. But the corporate world, the other side of the tracks in Cincinnati, is amazing. It's amazing. There's a lot of corporate activity going on. There's a lot of people coming into Cincinnati because the dollar, you can really stretch. If you're making about $50,000, $60,000 a year in Cincinnati, you're killing a game. This dude is making 3 times that. He's making 3 times that. He's definitely top tier in Cincinnati financially. But it sounds to me that this guy doesn't have any game at all. Like, bro, where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you trying to talk to? Like, have you even gotten, got yourself stable with a social group? Like, you got yourself a clan, or, establish some folks that you kind of rock with a little bit. I'm not saying you got to go out with these guys all the time or whatever, but at least you have people where people can vouch for you. You can vouch for them. You kind of show up and do some stuff, kick it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to secure your social standing, so to speak. Who are those people? He's not doing any of the work. I make all the money. I'm in the gym. Where the bitches at?
Hold on.
Continue.
Hold on. So let me cook, Fresh. Let me cook. You know what I'm saying? Did all that, got the nice car. I'm in the downtown city area, doing everything. Like, just sourcing the girls, talking to girls, cold approaching, things like that. Even at the gym, like, I just left the gym, did leg day, approached some girls, said hi, try to spark up a conversation, but it doesn't seem to go nowhere.
All right, let me see your Instagram,
Now,
bro. What's your Instagram? Drop it right now. We'll help you out live on air.
Well, one, I like I said, I swore off social media because it wasn't.
Hey, yeah, bro.
For me, so.
Bro.
So, but if you want it, it's Engineering Megatron.
Are there pictures up?
Look at Megatron.
No, there is no picture. I just told you, I just took it down.
My nigga.
I took it down. I took that down
Megatron?
in like early 2023.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like.
So okay.
All
right. Let's go back here. So you claim that you did the dating apps. You claim that you tried the social media, it didn't work, and the dating apps didn't work. Sorry, the dating apps and the social media didn't work. All right, and then you also claim that you're doing cold approach. So let's go one by one here.
So, and this is a good lesson for those who are out there struggling, right? Simply because you're in shape, you're making a lot of money, you're not a criminal or whatever, you're a single man with no children. A lot of guys think, well, that's it. I'm top tier. I'm here. I'm the dude. Nah, bro. All those things are just qualifiers, man. The fact that you make a lot of money is just a qualifier. It gets you into the game. Like, what did Andrew Tate say on this very platform on Fresh and Fit? He was like, all the top tier women, to them, from their point of view, of course you got money. Of course you got a nice car. Of course you got a nice place. Of course you can travel and provide experiences. Those women, that's all they deal with, right? The 8, 9s, and 10s. That's all they deal with. They deal with dude with money. Whatever city they in, they dealing with the top tier guys for real. Now, simply because you've made it there on paper, it does not mean that the women are just gonna fall at your feet, bro. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. That means you it's a qualifier. Okay, you're in shape. Bet, you're like, you're in that 25 to 30% of America that's not overweight or obese. That's a good thing. Okay, you're making over $100,000 a year. This dude's like making 160, 170 a year, something like that. Man, that's great. Right? That puts you in, for a black man, that puts you in the top, 6% of earners in America for black men. And you're in a city like Cincinnati where there's not a whole lot of money there. There's a huge divide. There's a drop off. You go from making some good bread, then it drops off to like regular folks. So you go from the 6-figure people, you know what I mean, the 70, 80,000 a year, $100,000 a year people, and then it drops all the way down to like the $35,000, $40,000 a year people. And you can live a pretty good life. Two people get together, they're making about $70,000 or $80,000 a year in Cincinnati. You can live a decent life. It's a huge drop off. This guy, like I keep talking about cheat codes. This guy is like, well, I'm doing all these things. These are like the cheat codes, the level up codes. I'm here. Where are the women? You still need the ability to hold a conversation with women and other people. You still need that social aspect. The money gets you in. The fact that you're not a fat, obese person, it gets you in. It's another qualifier. But if you don't know how to holler at people, you don't stand a chance. And bro, you in Cincinnati. I'm from Cincinnati. Whoever you are, this Megatron dude, you know what I mean? Like, bro, engineering at Megatron. And wait till y'all see what his social media look like, bro. You're in Cincinnati, homie. Like, bro, what you need, you just need Uncle Saint to come up to Cincinnati, man. I guarantee you this guy's downtown. He goes to the banks, which is pretty much, that's all you have to do. That's probably where he is every weekend. He doesn't know how to close with women. He might be able to walk up. Maybe his code approach is okay, but he can't seem like, his thing is he's not willing to do the work to get the numbers that he needs to be able to get to the next step. That's what I'm thinking right here, man. Like, this is crazy, man. That kind of money in Cincinnati, you're a black dude, you're in shape, you don't have a criminal record, you don't have any kids. Like, bro, you should be doing what you want to do, man. You King Kong, bro. Like, King Kong ain't got nothing on you. My cousin was like, bro, I broke this down to my cousin and my brother. They was like, what? He's where? He's in Cincinnati. The only thing he needs to do is stay away from the hood. That's all he needs to do is stay away from the hood. You know what I mean? GMC Hammer's in there. What's good? Night, I see you, bro. He's like, what's good, Aunt? Once in a blue moon, I'm catching you live, LOL. I'm in South Carolina right now. That's what's up, man. Be careful, man. Don't crash into nothing, man. South Carolina. What's the weather like, man? Is it just, I don't think it's cold. South Carolina doesn't get snow all that, I don't think, often, but, the temperature drops down a little bit. I think it kind of gets down into the 40s, 50s. But yeah, man, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Let's continue.
Did you do a professional photo shoot where you took about 1,000 shots?
Yes, with 4 different outfits as well.
Okay, so then you should have some good pictures, right?
Also watches you.
Then you should have some good pictures, right?
Could you say that again?
Then you should have some good pictures, right?
You did get good pictures.
Okay.
Yes, they're still on my phone, yeah.
Okay, so if you have good pictures, why did you take your social media down?
Because social media wasn't, one, it wasn't working for me, and 2, like, it was just too much drama it was just too much. So I was just like, all right.
How is it too much drama?
This is taking up too much of my time for me to focus on. I'm sorry?
Aren't you an engineer?
Yeah.
No, he does
robotics engineer.
Yeah.
So you tweak things to improve, right, over time. So I would think with Instagram, social media, if it doesn't work this way, try a different way.
Fresh has a great point there. Like, bro, you're an engineer. That means you know how to work the problem. Work the problem. Like, well, I don't like what's going on social media. There's drama, there's this, that, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just not going to use it at all. You have to use social media, man. Especially this dude. He don't have any game. This guy doesn't have any game at all. Brother Tommy be in the building. What's good, fam? It's like, hood chicks ain't the only chicks that don't like lame niggas. That's a fact. This dude is lame. That's fine, though. He's lame. You have to find workarounds for that. They're gonna show a picture of this dude. He's gonna actually upload a selfie, which is horrible. He never, you know what I mean? Myron was like, I want to see some of these pictures that you took from this professional photo shoot. Brother G Hammer's like, yeah, it's like 55 right now, but it may get to like 30 tonight. Yeah, it's cold, but it ain't, this is not like ice and, snow all over the place, man. You be careful out there. Brother Tommy's also a truck driver, man. GMC Hammer, Brother Tommy, GMC Hammer is one of my nights, bro. He picked up his CDL, and man, we ain't seen him since, bro. He been out there hitting it. He's out there driving, getting his money, bro. You know what I mean? Getting his money. Yeah, the dudes he's talking to are lame as well. But they got the clout, though. Yeah, they got the clout. Simply because you lame doesn't mean you can't get on. Like, if you start to piece it all together, you in shape, but you a lame, nerdy dude, right? You don't have any game, but you are in shape. You're making good money. You still have to learn how to talk to folks. You look at Myron and Fresh, man, they'll tell you in a heartbeat, man. They're like 2 dudes who figured it out, man. These dudes are nowhere near hood. These dudes are nowhere near the trenches we were. I mean, hell, Myron was in law enforcement, right? Fresh grew up in a different country. They came over here and just came, they came together, they're doing their thing in Miami. These dudes have game. They have modified their game to where they're successful with women. This is just what it is. This guy on the phone, it's like, well, idea A, idea B, idea C, where are the women? Myron, is your fault I don't have any women. Your system doesn't work. There's nothing wrong with Myron's system. Myron's system works just fine. But you have to go out there and make things happen, bro. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. That's what, yeah, he's out there driving, bro. Like, time I was telling you, I was like, bro, go out there and get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of non-nerdy dudes that's lame as F. For real, bro. For real. For real, for real. It's like, he's like, them dudes got clout. Cheer. Hey, man, these dudes, here's the thing with Myron and Fresh, man. And again, these guys were doing what they were doing before the platform. These guys were getting it. Now, it's all scalable, right? These dudes, right, as the way they move, I would go kick it with these type guys. If you could be a lame, nerdy dude, but you know how to move, I ain't got a problem being with you because I know you're going to take care of your business. Like, you know how to hunt. You know what you're looking for, right? So that's what hey, man, I give it to these cats who figured it out. This dude on the phone, like, well, how come I don't have any girls? It's like, bro, it's you. And like Fresh just said, you're an engineer. You couldn't work this back to the source. You're the problem, man. This guy doesn't know how to talk to women. Whoever this dude is, especially coming out of Cincinnati. You in Cincinnati, bro, making the kind of money you making. I mean, all he has to do is really just switch up the way he looks. When y'all see this picture he puts up, it's like, bro, what are you thinking? And there it is right there. No confidence. You right, bro. Tommy, facts. No confidence. That's what it boils down to. No confidence. And you got to have that confidence. There's no substitute for it. There are no cheat codes. I've been putting out short after short, man. We're always talking about these dudes looking for cheat codes. Everybody's trying to be a winner, man. You got to work hard to be a winner in real life, man. You know what I mean? School's over, bro. Mommy and daddy ain't around to tell you that you're special and that you're a winner. No, man, you losing right now, homie. You losing with all this bread. Like, you're losing with all this success in the workplace, and you still can't come up on women. That is 100% on you, my friend. Get out there and figure it out, Mr. Engineer.
Yeah, bro. Like,
yeah. So
the thing is this,
when,
like,
when I was tweaking the social media, it still wasn't working. So I tried something else, which was,
how long were you on the social media?
Out the phone and into the streets. Let me go to the
hold on. No. Let's stay on this online thing.
Stores,
Let's stay on this online thing. I don't think you put enough effort in, bro, because you don't even have an Instagram profile. If you had put effort in to your Instagram profile, you wouldn't have deleted it so quickly. Something's off here. So like that, like if you took good photographs, right, and professional good photos, you ran them through Photo Feeler like we tell you to do, and you got high ratings, there's absolutely no reason why you're not getting matches and why you don't have an Instagram. That doesn't make sense. So one of two things is going on here. Either A, your pictures weren't that good, right? Or B, you never had an Instagram in the first place. Because I'm willing to bet that if you actually went out there and you did 1,000 shots with 4 different outfits, walking around the city, etc., and you put that work in, you would still have your Instagram profile up with those good photos on there, and you'd be using the dating apps. We told you before, you always want to use Instagram in tandem with dating apps, because what ends up happening is girls get weary
so
sometimes.
You can be date ready on the dating apps, right? So I followed that.
And this is the kind of stuff that, there are guys out there that move this way. And when it comes to social media, it does work. This whole new Instagram thing, bro, man, that the world has changed drastically. Now, does it affect me? No. Do I got to go do a photo shoot? I have professional photos, but I got them done like 20 something years ago, man, when I was in LA. I did that for the stand-up stuff, straight up headshots. I got headshots. You know what I mean? And I've lost those photos over the course of time. But here's the thing. I don't need professional photos, because I can take photos of lifestyle type stuff, me here, me there, me everywhere, doing whatever, and that works just fine. My social media presence on a scale of 1 to 10, 10s being like perfect, my Instagram and social media could be a 3. And I'm cool with that. A 4. I'm cool with that. Like maybe a notch or 2 below average. And I'm cool with that. I don't have any stupid selfies. I don't have the gym pics or the shirtless pics and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? If my shirt's off, I'm in the water or I'm on a boat or something like that. The pictures that I have, the photos that I have on Instagram make sense for what I'm doing. And if you go to my Instagram now, you're just going to see a bunch of stuff about comedy and stand up and what have you. You might, if you go down there, if you go back far enough in the timeline, you'll see travel pics and stuff like that. So my social media, my Instagram and all that that's all I have is Instagram. Facebook, I got a Facebook account I never look at. There's not a lot there for me. Like it doesn't have to be great for me. I could be 2 steps below average. But my in-person game is a 10. I know how to socialize. I know how to work the room, right? I know how to, like, my social game is a 10. I know how to dress. You know what I mean? I know how to start a conversation. I know how to do these things because I come from an era where you had to have that game, right? You had to be able to go out at chicks. When you see them and you know they look good, you walk up to them and it's like, hey. Holla, 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 let me holler at you, let me holler at you, let me holler at you. I came up in that era. There was no social media. I came up knowing how to holler at people. So my social media game, especially for a guy in his 50s, I could really care less. But I understand and accept you have to have a social media presence. Right. And I really use my social media for work in these rooms, like for the events that I do. Like we're doing a comedy show, or if we're doing some event somewhere, I want the social media so I can get the information out and I can keep tabs on people. It makes it easy for me to communicate with folks as opposed to calling them or emailing them or texting them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Tommy B, if you have to take professional photographs, you ain't got it, player. You're not a player, but it's a different world out there, bro, for the people who are moving today. These youngins today, they move a different way. There are ways out there. These young women will completely fall for you based on your social media. There's women that will follow you. Like especially if you're out there driving around, and you don't even have to be in exotics, but you're driving around in nice vehicles. You're presenting a lifestyle that looks really cool. You out there flying around in not private jets, but private airplanes. Like I'm flying around. I've flown in, I don't know how many flight hours I've logged over the years, man. I haven't been flying since I left Cali, but I got a lot of friends who are pilots. So if I were to take a bunch of pictures of me going out there flying around in somebody's Bonanza or Mooney or Navion or Cessna or whatever, I'm out there doing that, actually flying myself. You know, you go flying with somebody, they're gonna give you the controls, man. Here you go, your airplane. They're gonna let you fly around and start doing some stuff. That's how that aviation world is. Me driving around, in a nice vehicle. Me doing cool stuff. I got picked. If a time, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You can pull a bunch of women these days just on Instagram alone. They will start reaching out to you. Women will slide into your DMs. They will comment. That's how they do it. They see some stuff, they start liking, then they start commenting, and then they send you a message. That's how they move. So when I deal with women and they are constantly on Instagram, bro, to me, I'm like, all right, I see what time they on. It's women to this, they hit me up now. Women trying to, they'll want to like your stuff. They'll want to follow you. They'll doing all this stuff. They start wanting to send you messages. This is how they move, bro. You know what I mean? Time you're like, mine might be a 1. Yours it could be a 0, bro. For people like us, we don't need that. We don't. We're gonna go out there and holler at what we want to holler at. And women know right away, like, oh, this dude is really different. This guy that's talking to Myron and Fresh right now, bro, you want to talk about bottom 80? He's still in the bottom 80 because he can't seem to get his social game up to par. This guy is still invisible to most women. You're gonna see a picture of him in a second. You're gonna see a picture of him in a second. GMC Hammer saying, nah, he capped. Ain't no way you got bread and can't get women. Yes, bro. There's a lot of dudes out there with money that can't get chicks, man, for real. It really ain't that hard if you try. Just don't expect amazing results overnight. That's something you got to work at and be consistent with, and that's what we're talking about. He's expecting those results overnight. He doesn't want to put the work in. There are a lot of dudes out there with money that can't get on with women, and the only women that are around them, they are paying for it in one form or another. This dude, mind you, this dude was like, I'm not paying for any upgrades on dating apps. I'm not going to pay for this. I'm not going to pay for that. Okay, cool. I get it. So if you're a dude with money and he's not spending his money, that means he's not going to have any women around him unless he got game, unless he can holler. He can't. He does not have game. It's so many dudes out here with tons of money and no confidence, man, that it'll blow you away. Yeah, like money. He do got the bread. He got the bread. He just don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Knight, you know what you're doing, right? The way you dress, the way you go out, the way you present yourself, you know how to change up for what, not change up, but you know how to present yourself for different situations. You know how to do it. Most guys don't. Most guys don't. Right. And then you got dudes, these dudes have to maintain that lifestyle. Like, you got the lifestyle for the wrong reason, man. There was a dude, I was watching a documentary about that dumb money thing, about the GameStop thing, about how the people was trying to break the hedge funds. And there was a guy and a girl's a couple living in one of those Mercedes trucks, those Mercedes those huge vans. They were literally living in that. And it was a regular, dude, nerdy like dude, and his girlfriend. She was fine, bro. And they're just driving around the country living in this van. He's got himself a dime living with him in the van. And she's the one actually making the van livable and changing the decor and all this kind of stuff. It blew my mind. If a woman is into you, she's into you, man. It doesn't matter what. If she's into you, the key is you have to understand that she's into you, be good at something, and have the confidence to be able to holler at her when the time comes. And this dude can't do that. He can't do that. In Cincinnati, it ain't that hard, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, women stay in my DMs and my IG is terrible facts. Yeah, the time you saw that, man, I was like, yo, that blew my mind. And that was a nerdy dude. That was a lame dude, but he got what he was looking for. He got the one girl. Where'd he get her? In college. So you got this dude, this guy's in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's in shape. He's making good money. He said he's living downtown Cincinnati, which is, now you down there with the 1%ers. He's probably living in a nice building. They got this place called the Banks in Cincinnati, which is down there by the river. I bet you that's where he's hanging out, kicking it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what I mean? He's down there kicking it, probably trying to do some other stuff. He was talking about maybe going to bookstores and all that. This guy has zero game. Zero game. And, man, you're going to have some game in Cincinnati, bro. I know it's a small town, but you're going to have some game in Cincinnati. Just a little bit. I don't care if you're messing with the white girls. I don't care if you're messing with the Latinos. Because, there's a lot of Latinas, a lot of Mexicans there now, like, migrant workers and stuff like that. You're going to have a little bit of game to get their attention, bro. Because everybody's how you got dudes in the hood, they ain't got a dime to their name, bro, but they got dimes. You feel me? They got women taking care of them, driving their girl's car, living in their girl's spot, spending their girl's money. Like Cincinnati, bro, I'm telling you. I talked to my brother and my cousin about this. They both were like, what? Like, dude, where? It's like, man, I'm telling you, man. Tommy B is like, the problem is Fresh and Fit is trying to convince those dudes they could get a woman that are out of their league. I don't agree with that, Tommy. I don't agree with that at all. I think Myron and Fresh are just putting information out there like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Because mind you, Myron and Fresh is like, y'all need lots of women. You just need to source. And if you get your game right, you're going to get whatever it is you get. Results are going to vary. I don't think that they're trying to convince these dudes that they could get women that are out of these leagues. I think the guys who are out there believe if they do the things that Fresh and Fit are talking about, that they're going to get dimes automatically. Well, Fresh got baddies. How come Fresh and Myron got baddies? How come I don't have baddies? They must be paying. Like, no, bro, they're not paying. They just mastered their particular game. So, I don't think that's the case necessarily, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Brother Mandrell's in the building. Brother Mandrell, because I don't think that they guarantee those type of results. Matter of fact, I know they don't. Right? They're telling these dudes, this is how the game works. You got to get out there and do it. Here are all the different ways to do it. They talk about the day game, the night game, the dog game, the social media game, the social circle, and all these terms, right? All these technical terms that they give it, which to me is just insane. I'm listening to this shit like, come on, bro, just get out there and get you some chicks. Just get out there and start talking. What they have done is they've kind of taken all this information and put it in a form that the nerd dudes and the lames can understand. And they're like, hey man, here you go. Here's kind of like Rolo did with the Rational Male. Like, here you go. This is it. Now you're gonna have to get out there and make it happen. And these dudes are like looking at Myron and Fresh and like, well, you guys are successful because you're a millionaire. These dudes were doing that before the platform. They're successful because they know how to run their game. Everybody's game is different. You know what I mean? Everybody's game is different. Like, time is like, let me get up there for a quick sec. DL. All right. I'll do that because I only want to do an hour. I got to be somewhere at 5:30, but we got time. Let me drop this link for my brother Tommy. Give me a second here. This button, that button. Go over here and press this. There. This link is for Tommy, people. This is for Tommy B. You know what I mean? So, and as soon as you jump up, bro, I'm gonna erase that link. A lot of times we drop links and then like folks just want to come up for whatever reason. But that's for you, bro. The link's in there. Cool. It didn't take you no time to get here. Can't do that. Let me pull you up here, bro. Tommy B is in the building, bro. I'm trying to keep
What's up, big dog?
What's up, fam? I'm trying to keep this PG-13, my dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I just like when I say that, I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying it's generally how they market. And when I say that is, you don't really hear them telling guys, hey, go for the normal chick, this, that, and the other. So when you're not expressing that to some of these guys, and then you're pretty much surrounded around these beautiful women, it's given the illusion of this is what you can get. And like I've been having conversations with people in the space, and like part of my problem with a lot of what they kind of teach, preach, or whatever you want to say in the space is you're kind of expecting everybody to fit into this box. So like in this quote unquote manosphere space, they speak as if everybody can be alpha males. Everybody can't. But if you listen to them talk, it's like you should be one, and if you ain't, this is how you become one. Well, everybody's not that. That's not everybody's personality. But that's literally the only solution that they're selling is to be this alpha male. So when I say that they're like, I've talked to some of these type of dudes, and like they're even offended when you be like, well, maybe get a chick that's kind of like down to your level, or that's kind of nerdy too. And they're like, well, why do I have to do that? Well, why does that fine chick got to deal with your nerdy ass? Like,
yeah, because you lame. That's why you got to do it. You can't. You want to be a race car driver. You don't start at F1, bro. That's where you end up.
But in some of them, that's your ceiling, because after you get so far, you're just going to be getting used. And so, like when you said that earlier, it kind of hit a light bulb in my head. Is that's why a lot of these niggas are having some of the claims that they haven't, because they're taking advice like selling a lifestyle, and then the chick is coming over because you present that lifestyle, and then you mad because she asked you for a fucking Louis purse, and it's like.
Right.
That's why I said like with even though I make the money I make, I don't sell that on my IG. My IG is I take the worst pictures. It's just in the moment, whatever whatever happened that day, whatever I might snag a pic or memes or something like that, and post it up. So if I meet somebody, they can't go to my IG and be like, oh, well, I expected you to be pushing the S580. And it's like, nah, like, so I think with a lot of these guys, if you're telling them to take these professional pics and stuff like that, it's no different than us complaining about the women that putting on this makeup, this, that, and the other, and that's just not everyday real life. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, man. Because I'm hearing you. I'm sitting here. I'm taking it all in, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, bro. Because Myron and Fresh have never said you deserve a dime. Women will say I deserve the best top tier guy, whatever, whether she's a 1 or a 10, right? But Myron and Fresh has never said that. But to your point, if you look at the lifestyle, guys are looking at this, and in their mind, they're saying, well, I should get the same result as Myron and Fresh if I do these things, which means I deserve a dime. I think you're onto something there.
Yeah, and to their credit, you have to kind of oversell to get the audience. Like if you sold yourself as normal people, it's not intriguing. It's kind of like the day and age when if you don't exaggerate, then you just don't get an audience. It's literally been the issue I've had with, even trying to do this YouTube thing, is you almost have to be extreme. If you're not, nobody goes for normal. They even say it in politics. Extreme left and extreme right gets the money. The moderates, you don't get money. Nobody cares about the moderate. They want the extreme. So I get that. It's just the fact that we're in a day and age where you got real people looking for real answers, but you're looking in a place that's made to be exaggerated. And so now you're wondering why you're not getting results. And it's like the type of chicks that they have on Fresh and Fit, I don't come across because I don't attract them because I don't want them type of hoes. So for me, they don't even exist in my world. But you're going to put these dudes who are limited in game, and you're I feel like they're coaching them up to deal with those type of chicks. Because if you weren't, when you watch those podcasts, you would have more normal chicks on there. I get why they have those chicks on there because it's entertainment. But what I'm saying is, if you had more, because it's getting to a point to where those chicks they have on a podcast, men are actually thinking that's all chicks out there. And so it's almost like their target now. Like if I don't get this, if I don't get one of these IG type chicks, yada yada yada, then that's not it or whatever. So it's like if they don't get that, it's almost a failure or whatever. That's the results they're looking for. And as we know, those are some of the most vain, empty ass broads out here.
That's a
So a
fact.
lot of these dudes ain't necessarily, like you said, ain't trying to be players. They just trying to find somebody to kick you with. But you're gonna end up getting somebody that's, again, buying into this lifestyle that you selling that more than likely you ain't gonna be able to maintain. Because if you look at the lifestyles they sell on Instagram, if you got common sense, you could tell that shit fake. Like you ain't eating filet mignon every fucking day. You not, on vacations and shit every other weekend or whatever. But that's what they sell on IG. The funny part is the women buy that 100%. Like some of these women out here actually think people's lives is a whole vacation out here.
They do, bro. And I get where you're coming from because the people, like I said, this guy that they're talking to, they called in. It's like, I'm not getting any women. It's your fault, Myron. And it's like, bro, you're not even listening to Myron. Because to your point, like the after hours, I don't watch the after hours anymore. I used to watch the after hours when Myron and Fresh had less than 200,000 subscribers. They would actually every now and then, most of the time, they would have women on there and they would have good intersexual dynamic conversations. Now, it's like you said, man, it's the worst of the worst that come onto that show. The women that come on there, they're only looking for clout. You know what I mean? They're doing their things. They want to push their OF and all that. And I ain't mad at that. Like you said, it's for the entertainment. It's not for me. I'm not watching it. You know what I mean? But the daytime shows and the daytime shows that, get your fitness together, get your money on point. You know what I mean? Then of course they do the calling shows where they're trying to help guys get to where they want to get. I think that the problem is, you're right. These guys are like, well, I need to go out here and get me this Instagram thought. Like, don't do that. Myron says all the time, and Fresh says it too. We want you to get out here. We want you to get experience with women, get intimacy from women. Like, get your numbers up a little bit so you can now filter out those chicks. You ain't supposed to be trying to marry one of these chicks, man. You're supposed to be filtering them out. You and I know, like, I'm not talking to, bro, when I'm out, trying to get people to come to my comedy shows, or if I'm out doing whatever I'm doing, man, I run away from them people, man. And I don't go to hood events anymore. Remember when we was young, bro? We would go anywhere. We don't do that no more, bro. Like, I'm not going into a hood. I'm not risking my life to get in to get some chicken head who got 3 baby daddies and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And a pack in her purse.
But like, I think, and I'm not sure on the daytime, I don't even know how you, and that's my biggest thing is, and I guess the fitness could be part of it, but somebody needs to find a way to fix the internal, because that's the problem with most of these cats is it's the internal is, even if you're a nerd, own that. Hello. I just got a phone call. No, just if you earn that, if you own that shit and you live in that shit, then it won't even matter. Now, does that mean that you're gonna be pulling 9s and 10s? Nah. But that confidence is radiant and it can pull chicks. And I think I've been saying this since I got in this space. I could talk to some of these dudes and I could tell their confidence is low. You know what I'm saying? Just by the way they talk about themselves, the way they talk about their lives.
The way
even if they got a little bit of money, bro, it's like we was broke and we was talking to chicks like we was up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, turn
not
around.
Just talking to them. We was getting them, bro.
Yeah,
we was getting them.
And mind you, like when I grew up in Oakland, like we was white tees and blue jeans and Air Max. Like we wasn't Balenciagas and Louis. Like nah, we was Coke white tee, blue jeans and Air Max. And you would have thought we had on designer the way we walked around and we walked up to these chicks. You feel me? What's happening? Even like the funny thing is, I even look at these cats like with Jay Prince. He the way he goes at chicks and then they laugh when he gets rejected. And it's like, y'all don't even understand that's the process, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all don't even understand. See, yeah, it's funny that he got rejected. But the funnier thing is, you wouldn't even have made that move.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the funniest part is you're laughing because you would have been you're terrified of doing what he just did.
You know what the thing is, bro, and this is why I'm always harping on this. These young men are out here looking for cheat codes. Like you said, they're afraid to go out there and put in the work that needs to be done. Dude, if you go talk to 10 women, 8 of them gonna say no. That's just how the game goes, right? So I can't be afraid of that as a dude who's out here trying to meet women. I gotta accept it, right? I mean, think of all the pain and anguish on the practice field for whatever sport you in, be it basketball, baseball, football, whatever, right? You doing the work on the practice field. You don't just walk out on Friday night. You don't walk out on game day, you know what I mean, and just go out there and think you're going, you know what I mean, be the best that's ever done it. You got to put the work in. These dudes are afraid to put the work in. And I know, and I hate saying this, and a lot of people get upset, but it's because they didn't have any men in their life telling them, you got to get out here, get smashed in the face, and then get back up. They out here moving like the women moving. The women out here like, I want the top tier guy. And the guy's like, I deserve the top tier woman. And I think you're onto something, bro. Because I was just assuming that these guys understood that you ain't going to get a baddie right away. You got to start with the 3s and 4s and move your way up, right? ABTS, always be talking shit. That's how I move in life. I can't stop. I can't turn it off. If I walk into a Walgreens, I'm talking to the cute girl behind the counter. What's up, shorty? I don't want nothing to do with her. I'm just talking shit to be talking shit. And that be leading to stuff, man, especially when I was younger. So I think you're on to something there. These guys do need to understand that they should be going after the average women, which are 5s. You should be going for the 5s and 6s to start and then work your way up as your confidence gets going.
I always use baseball. Like the best hitter in baseball, I think this year was like a 360, 370 or something like that, maybe 380. Wasn't over 400. So that meant 10 times at bat, this nigga was out up to 6 times. That means he failed way more. I said, it's damn near no different. I said, with a lot of these, I think a big problem is the guys that are winning don't talk about their ills. It's like gambling. When gamblers go gamble, they only talk about the wins. They never talk about the ills.
Yep.
And so it's the same thing with talking to women. Like even the good looking guys ain't batting 100%. You could be the prototypical best looking guy in the world. Somebody out there gonna be like, I'm smooth, and gonna reject you. And I think because guys don't come back with those stories, the guys that aren't out there in the field, they look at you and they see that you're batting in their head, you're batting 100 because the only stories you telling them is, I got one. But you never come back and be like, damn. Now I saw that because me and my partners was together in the field. So we would be together. And like you said back in the day, we walk into the mall together. We used to walk in groups and just point. And then you better go holler or we going to get on your ass.
Exactly.
And you go point. And if you got rejected, we laughing at you. But you got over it. It was what it was. You feel me? And if you snatched, you got praised or whatever. But you saw the rejection. You saw that it wasn't just me that was getting rejected. So then you don't take it so personal. Then it's like, oh, okay, anybody can get rejected type shit. And I think in these days, it's again, like we say with the social media, everything is promoted as just winning. Nobody promotes the losses. So again, like I said about the lifestyle, they promote, everybody thinks everybody's or these people's whole life is just a vacation. Damn, do you ever work? How'd you get this money? Every time I see you on a vacation, you on a vacation. So the same thing with the guys is, damn, you pull every chick you holler at. God damn, when did anybody ever reject you? So it intimidates a lot of these guys because in their head, if they get rejected, it's like, damn, I'm not getting the same results. I don't know if Myron and Fresh talk about their L's.
They do.
You see what I'm saying?
They talk about their L's, but it doesn't get talked about nearly as much as, like you said, the good stuff gets talked about.
Yeah.
Because
Well, and I'm just saying, like in real time, like a Jay Prince will hop on his thing and be like, yeah, I tried to holler at this chick yesterday at the store, man. Yeah, she rejected the hell at me. Like I'm saying, if I'm not sure if they single right now, but if Fresh and Fit hop on their podcast and go, damn, guys, tried to holler at this chick yesterday, she wasn't with it. Like, because that's the type of shit that lifts that cover and makes you more human, and to your audience will literally explain to them that, yeah, even though I'm on this level, I still don't bat 100%. So now when that regular dude go out and take his L, it's like, oh, well, shit, them niggas get rejected too.
You're onto something there, brother Tommy, because I think with Myron and Fresh in Miami, it's difficult to take the L's. So because Miami isn't as big as people think. And Miami and Myron and Fresh are moving basically in Brickell and Wynwood and South Beach. That's pretty much where they are. They're not out in Doral. They're not up in Weston. They're not all these other places, right? They're not up in Fort Lauderdale, really. So they're at the point where they're established. You remember how the plug, like the OGD boys didn't have to really work as hard after a certain point because everybody,
the clientele already knew them. Yeah,
right. That's where Myron and Fresh is in Miami. Now, when they do talk about their L's, I remember when they went to one of the first times they went to LA, Myron was trying to holler at some woman in the airport terminal, and Fresh was filming it. And he was like, look at this close approach. And it's like, she wasn't feeling me or whatever. So early on, again, when they had less followers, they would show that. They're out just doing stuff. And like, when I've been in the clubs with Fresh in Miami, moving with Fresh, dude don't walk out of the club with a different chick every night. He just got them set up. He's doing other things. So when he leaves the club, he's getting, you know how you set it up. Like, I got this set up for later. That's what he's doing now. Right. So, so people are like, well, look, Fresh he don't never miss. Like, we all miss, homie. You know what I mean? But he sets it up to where his game is long term. Like, okay, I'm gonna get. We were in one of the spots. I don't want to tell him which spot we was in, but bro, he had 4 or 5 of the bottle chicks lined up. They was ready to go that night, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna give him the." I'm like, "What's up, man? You ain't gonna close that?" He was like, "No, not tonight. Not tonight. I got something else going on, but I'm gonna get them Wednesday." So his game is, he's running that game like he has such a long line that he has to, stretch that out. And it's hard to, and of course, some of them gonna flake. You know what I mean? Out of those 5 chicks, maybe he got one over a 3-week period. But like you said, people aren't seeing that. They're only seeing him in the Lamborghini. They only see him in the Rolls Royce truck. They only see him with the gear on and the watches and all that. They're not seeing all the work that goes into chasing these women just to get the one. Like you said, Tommy, where you could be batting 600. Well, you batting 400. That means that out of 10 times you miss 6, right?
Yeah, and that puts you at the top of the major leagues. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best of the best in the major leagues, and you literally strike out more, or you're out more than than you get the base, which is crazy. So, but I mean, that's why I tell people that's probably like the closest that I can see relating to even talking to women is baseball. If out of 10 women you can snatch 4 or 5 numbers, hell, 3 numbers, you're doing good. And I've heard people say that is, try to talk to like 10 women a day, 20 women a day. And I mean, that goes back to what you were saying though, man. You have to do it. You got to be in the field. And
that's a lot of work.
Again, like I said, with Jay Prince, they see him in the field and they laugh when he take his L's. But it's like, yeah, you laugh because you're not used to seeing somebody actively take an L. Like, right. I don't laugh because I'm looking at it like, okay, like I think it was Melly Monaco. Mm-hmm. She did a show with Lucky, and he hopped on there. He was just joking a little bit, but he got at her a little bit, and she kind of rejected him. But I told Jay Prince, I said, the funny thing about it is these dudes is laughing at you. But one thing we understand, this is the internet, so a lot of women ain't gonna just give it up on the internet in front of everybody. Exactly. But what if after that show she doubled back and hit you on the inbox and gave you the number? Now, all these niggas laughing at you because you shot your shot, which I always say, you miss every shot you don't shoot. What if she 100. Double back, get you that number on the end, and now you out here laughing at him because he got rejected on TV, but, on the back end, which happens a lot of times, you end up getting the results.
You never see how it closes out.
Exactly.
You never see how it closes out. People ask me about it all the time. Like, hey, man, you be getting on these women, social media, YouTube. Like, no, not really. But if I catch them in real life, it's a different story. You know what I mean? I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna see what it do. Yeah. And when a woman, and especially if a woman figures out that you really got that game and you ain't gonna say shit, it changes because that's a big fear. I know women want to say that they should be able to go out here and smash as many dudes as they want to and all this and that, whatever. But they all understand if they out there, if people know they smashing like that, they look this less than. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I mean? So they want the dudes that ain't gonna talk. You know what I mean? And that's part of the game. Y'all got to understand that, fellas. Don't be out here running your mouth. Don't come back and run back and tell me and Brother Tommy so-and-so. Don't do that.
That's literally, like, you literally talking your way out of it. That shit is so crazy. And I think that's the thing that a lot of these cats don't understand is you don't know how much you'll get just off of shutting your mouth. Cause the homegirl might slide, you feel me? The cousin might slide. Oh, he don't run his mouth. Oh, that's what's up type shit. You feel me?
They come in this. I say it all the time. I was like the anyone who's good at this, anyone who's good at womanizing, anybody who's good at getting women, they know this one thing. Women choose, bro. There's not a line out there. There's never been a line created by anybody who's a pickup artist or a hustler or a player or a pimp. They can go out there and say these 5 words, and these women gonna drop their drawers and come running home with you. If that was the case, those dudes would be trillionaires. Because these are the 5 words that always works, you a trillionaire. Everybody buying that. Nah, the dudes who get on are the guys who realize that woman, she chose me. That's what the old schools would say. Oh man, she done chose. Look, you done got chose, boy. You done got chose. And if you a real player, you know how to keep your mouth shut. All you got to do is sit there, let her talk, and just know how to like, yes, that's right, baby. Oh, for real? And don't talk your way out of it. All these young boys out here talking. This dude that called in the Fresh and Fit, this guy in Cincinnati, I guarantee you he done talked his way out of some good situations. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Just didn't know how to keep his mouth shut.
Niggas want to go on a date and argue with her.
Right.
What did you argue with her for?
You call yourself engineer Megatron? Stop it. I mean, I know you saying something wrong, bro. Shut up. Just let her take you to when she ready to go, she ready to go. That's the key. Myron and Fresh figured that out. You know what I mean? That's the key. Like, oh, they ready to go. Let me just sit back. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money on them up front, right? I can't, man. Tommy, these days, bro, if you were single, what would the first date look like for you if you done met some chick that she's a like legit 7, 8? What would be the first date?
All the shit that they say they ain't gonna do on social media. Hey, that's why I laughed. Yeah, when all these niggas be getting mad, I don't get mad. Cause if it don't apply, let it fly. That same bitch, I guarantee you she be a goddamn Cheesecake Factory with me. I ain't never had a chick yet go to Cheesecake Factory and get mad at me. I'll take your ass to IHOP. I don't give a fuck.
Word.
Like, what's we talking about? But again, like you said, if she into you, it don't matter where you take her. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't suggest like McDonald's or some shit like that. You feel me? And I'm joking about the IHOP. But yeah, we always say the rules are set for the niggas they don't like.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So and I think another part that's not talked about a lot, and a lot of this stuff that I be talking about is what be making me think I might fire up a channel, but like guys got to understand their range, and I think ego stops them from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a range of chicks that I know, say like from a 2 to like a 5. If I pull any of them hoes gonna do whatever the fuck I tell them to do. Point blank, period. Because they gonna be so happy to have me, they gonna do what the fuck I tell them to do. I'm gonna have to beat them off with a stick to leave me alone. 6 to a 7, maybe not so much, but still could probably lightweight have them sprung like that. 8s, 9s, and 10s, those is always coin flips because depending on how they raise, the attention they get, the insecurities, and all of that type of shit. What I'm saying is, and I guess that comes from actually having experience though, is knowing where you fit in at and knowing where your expectations are. So I know the way that I look and what I have to offer, what I can expect out of a woman that's from this range type shit. You feel me? If you don't look the best, you probably gonna have to take a little more shit from a female that's finer. It is what it is, because the scale is gonna be on a you lucky to have me type of deal. You feel me?
Yeah. If you want her, that's if you want it. If you don't want it, you're like, well, shit, kick rocks, get the hell on.
Exactly. But, and I'm never telling nobody to deal with the shit, but I'm just saying that's just how it go. You feel me? Like, you're not gonna be a nigga that look like a 3 and gonna have a 10 over here doing whatever the fuck you want them to do. We see that with these rich niggas.
Exactly. Well, let's break it down with restaurants, right? Y'all know I'm a bougie type dude, right? There's so much more I'm gonna take from Mr. Childs when it comes to incompetence and stuff like that. If they run it a little bit slow, or they get one of my, they mess up my chicken saute or whatever, right? I'm gonna take a little bit more from Mr. Childs, because let's face it, it's Mr. Childs, it's a top tier restaurant. The food is amazing, right? Now, if I roll up into IHOP, or if I roll up into, Outback or McDonald's, I'm gonna take far less. You know what I mean? I'm not waiting. We gotta wait 15 minutes for your Big Mac. I'm not waiting 15 minutes for this nasty ass food, bro. I'm about to go right next door to Burger King and get me a Whopper instead. So that's what Brother Tommy is talking about right there. You're going to naturally take a little bit more from a woman that you see as top tier as opposed to a woman that you see as average, or and then the below average, especially. You ain't taking shit from a below average chick. You know what I mean? So I think that's what Tommy is saying. Am I right there, bro, or no?
No, yeah, exactly. But I'm saying that also it's based off of where you are on the spectrum. And I think the problem with a lot of guys is they aren't honest where they are on the spectrum. I'm 6'4". From what women tell me, I'm handsome. So for me, my level will be different than say somebody that's like 5'8" and say like 280. Like nigga, it's just gonna be levels to it. You feel me? Now, different things can tilt that scale a little bit, but for the most part, chicks gonna take more shit from me than they gonna take from you, my guy. It just is what it is. But again,
that
you
is a
might
fact.
find a chick that's like a 3 that's just drop dead in love with you type shit. You know, and so that's what I'm saying is just if you want a chick that's higher on the spectrum, again, based off of you, because we all know what our range is, and if you outside of your range, you know, like you said, if you go into a restaurant that you know you can't afford, you're gonna take a little bit more than, you know, if you go to a restaurant and you know you got that money, you know, then you kind of stick your chest out a little bit. So,
Right.
I don't know. I'll probably think about that a little more and try to break that down a little bit better. But
Shit, let's do Saturdays, man. Let's do Saturdays, bro. How about we get together? We chop it up for an hour on Saturdays, man, and just do like a little OG talk and only invite other type OG type dudes to come on here. And you know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah,
Let's do
yeah,
that.
we can do that. Yeah, that'll be smooth. Cause I don't even go to work till like 4:30 on Saturday. So that'll work perfectly. Yeah, we can do that.
Let's just do Saturdays, man, and then maybe maybe we get some young guys to see what we're doing. Come over here, like we can start the show out by reacting to one of the call-in shows from like Myron and Fresh or whatever, and then just
Okay.
roll that into a conversation. Because I'm gonna have to do a part 2. Because there was another dude to call in that I wanted to cover on this who was talking about the whole religious thing, right? And I
Okay.
want to cover that because and I think that'd be a good one to cover because the dude called in with smoke, but he left the conversation like, oh. He was like, well, then in that case, I agree with y'all. I thought it was pretty cool how that
You
went
said he
down.
was on a religious thing?
Yeah, he was saying that like how the trad cons, the conservatives, the conservatives out there and the people who say Jesus is the answer, he on that. And he was saying how Myron and Fresh are anti-religion. And Myron was like, I am not anti-religion. In fact, we encourage it. But in order to find these good women, most women ain't even in religions in this country right here. So to find these good women, you got to get out here and mix in with them. You got to deal with these bad girls so you can find you a good girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's yeah.
I'll shoot you my shit in the back. Yeah, for sure. That'll be a good look.
Do that, man, and then I'll just hit you up, man, and then we'll just chop up a time and we'll just commit an hour to it, bro. I see the message back there. We'll just do it. We'll just do an hour. We'll talk about this stuff, and then maybe we can turn it into something. You know what I mean? Maybe we get some young guys to come up here and ask some questions because you're absolutely right. And we'll end this part, your part on this. You're absolutely right. These dudes don't qualify for the girls that they believe that they deserve. Right?
Yep.
Here these dudes out here doing the work. He a 5 or a 6, and what he's trying to do is get on with a 10. It don't
Yep.
work that way.
Yeah. And under
We lost Brother Tommy. You back, bro? We lost him. But what he's about to say is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with if you a dude out here and you trying to make it work, there's nothing wrong with understanding where you fit in. You need to get in where you fit in, young brothers. Get in where you fit in. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you got to understand, if you a lame, you need to accept the fact that you are a lame. Myron and Fresh said it on their platform multiple times. We are nerds who figured it out. They've said it multiple times. They got in where they fit in, and look where it has taken them. So if you a dude out here, we're gonna do a part 2 on this, y'all, later on tonight. Probably get like a little lit sing episode part 2. We're gonna do part 2 to this tonight. I'm gonna finish up this video because there's another video I want to cover. But we're gonna finish up talking about the Megatron dude in Cincinnati, and then we're gonna talk about the guy who was talking about the religious stuff. I definitely want to get that done tonight. Brother Mandrill, you're right. Telling them to kick rocks makes them come back most of the time. Facts. Sometimes you tell them to kick rocks and they just go ahead. The 9s and 10s, you tell them to kick rocks, they gone, bro. They might circle back, maybe months or years later. But once you tell them to kick rocks, they gone, man. They ain't messing around because they have a legion of men trying to get at them. Last good man of Jersey's in the building. What's good, fam? Appreciate you just stopping by, man. We finishing up right now. And brother Mandrill, let me pop up real quick too. All right, man. Mandrill, all right, I got you, bro. I have to end this stream in fucking 10 minutes. I know later than 5:15 because I gotta be somewhere at 5:30. So I'm about to drop the link for you, Mandrill. This link is for Mandrill only, guys. If you guys are out here watching, I'm only gonna let up Mandrill on this particular link. So you come up, bro, and say what you got to say quick, my brother. And I'm gonna do a part 2 to this tonight. But I have to go catch some people. This is another thing too, y'all young boys, man. How come y'all why ain't y'all outside? Y'all young boys need to be outside, man. Y'all need to be outside. I'm in my 50s and I'm outside. I'm about to go outside right now. What's up, man, Drill?
What's up, man? Yeah, which I talk to Tommy a lot, you know what I'm saying? He be spot on with it. Like he's spot on with it. You can tell Tommy, he been out there. Like the stuff he says he does, like he and his partners used to go to the mall together. I used to do the same thing. I was still a nerd. I knew I was, but at the same time, I knew where I was on the pecking order. I'm an outlier. I always have been. You know what I'm saying?
Got in where you fit in, right?
I got in where I fit in. I was into the same stuff everybody else is into, but I also was into other stuff too. Like, I mean, I wasn't just a narrow-minded dude ever. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna be, and chicks were just went into the other shit.
You was out there playing Dungeons and Dragons. Tell the truth, you was out there playing Dungeons and Dragons, man, dressing up.
I was so yoked up. The nerds, because I worked out a lot, the nerds thought I was a jock and I was coming to fuck with them and pick on them. So they wouldn't let me play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
but
you could have been the perfect Viking or something. You know what I mean?
but like the athletes, I played football too. The athletes, they knew I was a nerd. So I didn't fit in with them either. You know what I'm saying? So it's that was
crazy, man.
That was crazy. I had my own like small circle of friends and partners, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up in a black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So it's all I was around. So when we went to the mall, it was the same thing Tom said. You get out there, you got rejected, they're gonna laugh at you. But you had to holler. You had to holler. Like we was all like that. You had, like you said, you go to the mall and just point. Like he's bringing back memories, telling this story for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, believe it or not, yeah, we used to do the same thing. But at the same time, like you say, like 9s and 10s, like my lady, to me, she's about 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? To me. And I'm just like, we got into it one time. And because of the way I handled it, still going strong. You know what I'm saying? Is that, listen, yeah, I'm into you. I love you and all that stuff, man. But at the same time, no, you don't get to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that. Yeah. Right. You have to be willing to walk away, DL. You have to be willing to walk away, fellas. Just because a woman is pretty and bad and the whole nine. Like my lady, she's 5'5". She averages between 125 and 130. Her weight.
Little petite mama. All right.
Right.
Probably a little thick too. She probably got a little thickness to her a little bit.
In all the right places.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but at the same time, yeah, you'll look at, she's a head turner. We out and about and everything. Niggas is, and I see them, you know what I'm saying? She's a head turner. But at the same time, so you got to be willing to walk away, fellas. You have to let them know that. But since that one incident deal, no more problem. like not one issue. You know what I'm saying? Not one issue.
And that's nipping it in the bud. And here's the thing: like Myron's an extreme example, but the point I want to make, I'm not saying that you should be like trying to yell at women and Frank Castle, like get the fuck out. I ain't saying all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's an extreme version. But the fact that Myron's like, think about it. Whenever Frank Castle's a woman, what does he say? Hey, if you want, you can leave now. That's how he starts. Hey, if you want, you can leave. You can leave. And it's not until they get out of pocket he starts screaming or whatever, and that's the entertainment part of it.
Well, because I have quietly gone back and watched some of the content. That it, to your credit, that is thanks to you. You know, and you telling me about them and everything. I've gone back and watched some of the content. You're right. It is when the women actually start nutting up, and then so then when they start nutting up like that, I'm like, I don't blame them. Why would I have you on my program if this is the way you're going to behave? You being disrespectful, belligerent, yelling, and all this. It's a conversation, lady.
It's a conversation.
Well, I
don't have to agree with you.
Right. Well, you cut me off like he's the host.
It's my platform.
He gets to do that. It's his platform. Understand where you are, lady. You know, so when I look at that content and I take it in context, I'm like, oh, this is what people complain about? Why?
Because they cut it up in such a way that makes him look like he's just this evil person and all that kind of stuff. And again, that's all entertainment and whatnot. You know, YouTube does not like this content, guys. They don't like this content. They will continue to suppress this content until they can't, which is kind of funny. They want to suppress you. Think of anyone in the manosphere who's making money now. How long have they been doing it? Minimum 5 years.
Yeah, not long.
You know what I mean? So they're like, it's not like if I was wearing a wig and I was talking about gender fluidity and all this other kind of stuff, man, day one, man, this is you wouldn't be able to get me off your feed. They'll be pushing me like no one's business, and I ain't mad at that. But if you sitting here talking about what we're talking about right now, simply saying stand up for yourself, be a man, right? What did Mandrell just say? Say, look, I love this woman. I think we can grow and we can build something together, but I'll be damned if I let her keep me underfoot.
I'll be damned if I let you. I actually told her that. And it comes with, look, I'll be damned if I sit here and let you. I'm not dealing with this. I don't have to.
I don't have to.
You know,
it's not about who's the prize. I'm not saying I'm the prize.
It's not about that, right?
You're not the prize. You're not gonna. I've been through too much in life.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna sit here and let you with your cute booty do all this shit now, baby.
Right.
Nah, I'll get another.
Because I told her, listen. What we're not gonna do is talk to each other like this. I'm not going to talk to you like that. You ain't going to talk to me like that. Well, you can't tell me not to express myself. I ain't to say don't express yourself. By all means, do it. But don't lose your respect. You're going to respect me while you're doing it. Okay?
Hey, baby, give yourself a timeout, baby, because we grown over here. I'm not dealing with that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That phone call is something else. I did not expect you to walk out.
Oh, you know what that means.
How did you not?
You know what that means? But brother, you know what that means, Mandrell? When she said that?
You thought you had me wrapped around your finger.
She like, you know what? You a simpleton. That's what that was. She had you pegged as a simpleton and you got big on it. You Incredible Hulk her ass. She thought you was Dr. Banner. Nah, Incredible Hulk. You don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. I ain't gonna smash. I'm just gonna walk away.
I understand you get a lot of attention. I get it. Look at you. You're going to, because we had conversations like that before too. I was like, you're gonna get a lot of attention. I'm not insecure about that. Let the niggas look. As long as I don't get disrespectful, fine, whatever. I know what I got on my arms. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why she's here. But you know, you know what I mean? It's part of the reason why you're here. So,
and what Brother Tommy was saying is 100% correct. You know, he gave me something to think about, man. Like I told, I'm gonna extend an invitation to you as well, bro. We can do Saturdays, man. We can just kind of do OG talk on Saturdays for an hour. Come over here and chop it up, and maybe we'll get some young brothers to come over here and want to holler at us, man. You know, we got Rod Eric in the building, man. I see you, Rod Eric, man. You're right. The pursuit continues. You know what I mean? He's like, thank you, gentlemen, for what y'all. Hey, man, thank you for what you do, bro. You out there hustling, man. We'll set this up on Saturdays. Maybe we'll get some brothers come over here and ask some questions, or because it's true. Like you have to get in where you fit in, gentlemen. Self-assessment is so important. Brother Mandrell, former Green Beret, right? Those dudes know exactly where they stand whenever they go into a situation. Green Berets are not going to go into something all messed up and be all delusional going into a situation. They could die.
Too late,
right?
Then.
It's too late then. You have to know this is who we are. Here's our assessment right now. This is what we can do right now. Not what we've been training to do, not what we were trained to do, not what you might think we're capable of doing. This is what we can do right now. We got arrows, we got sharp spears, We ain't got a minigun. We ain't got access to a C-130 Spectre gunship. We ain't, you know what I mean? We ain't got parachutes and a C-17 so we can jump in right now. This is all we got. We got these rocks. We got a couple of shanks. So what are we gonna do?
Yeah, what can we do with this?
What can we do with this?
And then the most important thing is when shit gets thick and the bullets start flying, it ain't like the movies. We didn't help now. No. How about this? Okay, we got such over here. Something here. Look, requesting blah blah blah. Air support. Roger that. Like you're ordering a pizza.
Like you're ordering a pizza. And here's the thing: you might
be
calling for air support. You get
right, you getting shot at.
The zip pops are going off.
Yep. Yeah, you have pops, zips, whooshes, all kind of stuff going on right next to you. You sitting there. Yeah.
That's it.
Roger that.
And now you got to tell the rest of the team, they said no, fellas.
Right, exactly. We got a helo coming in. Be up here in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes?
15
minutes right there. Yeah, I told him. That's what I told him. Hey, gave him all the information. This is what we got.
15 mics, baby.
And once you say that, hey, this is what we got. Everyone else in your team, like, all right.
Whoop.
That's
what we're doing.
Yes, this is what we're doing. We're
That's
probably
15
minutes
out of
this. You better
hold out,
baby. Yeah, you better hold out.
Yeah, stretch this ammo out, baby. One shot, one kill. Now we ain't wasting no ammo. Now we got 15 minutes.
You better make them count, man. You know.
But in real, like we're talking about an extreme, ladies and gentlemen. But in the real world, it's the same thing, man. Self-assessment. It's self-assessment. That's all he's talking about. This is the situation on the ground. It just changed. It's been 3 minutes. You know, we came in here. We were the superior force. You know what I mean? 15 minutes later, we're no longer the superior force. It only takes, they can go faster than that. You go from being a superior force to being outnumbered 10-1. You calling for your exfil, you calling for support. They might say no, or they might say, we can't get there for 15 minutes. Well, this firefight will be over in 8.
Yeah, I use that example because I've been in that situation. 15 minutes. Could you repeat that? 15 mics. Roger that. This will be over in 6. 6, they know what it means. They don't mean that. I don't mean that we're gonna take care of them in 6. No, get here because we ain't gonna be here 6 minutes from now.
We ain't gonna be here 6 minutes from now.
Right.
My next call is gonna be here. My next call is gonna be for fire support, be it artillery or for air support, and it's gonna be danger close.
Right.
It's a wrap. Y'all know it.
If you're still there, man. I mean, so they know the context of what you're talking about, but at the same time, all that going on, you learn to keep yourself calm. So when she raises her voice and get like that, no, fellas, do not answer her aggression with aggression. She wants that.
Yes,
that's what she wants. Keep a cool head, man. If you can stay calm in a bad situation, you can conquer anything.
Stay out of your feelings.
Absolutely.
Stay out of your feeling, and that takes work. Again, my biggest thing with these guys, and this is what I've been hammering home the beginning of this year, I'm gonna be hammering this thing home all year long. Quit looking for cheat codes. Cheat codes don't work. Man, Joe, what's the cheat code to become a Green Beret?
There isn't one. You made an analogy either yesterday or the other day. I was sitting there watching you. I was like, oh, that's brilliant. I'm gonna use that. You said, I want to be quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, but I don't want to play football. I said, yo, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Yeah, exactly. There is no cheat code to it. You have to train your ass off. You know what I'm saying? And, but I don't know what I'm getting into. I don't know what they're gonna have us do. None of us know.
None of us know. Look at Cody.
Right.
Look at Cody. Cody's in the chat, man. Nah, yell at the Don't do that. Right. No, don't do what Brother Cody just said. Shout out to Brother Cody.
Like I said, they send you a packing list. They see your list. They send a list of your unit, all the stuff you need. As long as you got that, you show up. Nobody there knows what you're gonna be doing while you're there.
No one.
Nobody. They need to pull slick shit. Like, okay, report from being PTs this time, a 1-quart canteen. You show up there. By the time you go in and change clothes, you come back out, look at that board again. It's changed. It's changed. BDUs, boots, you know what I'm saying? Have this, that. Okay, you go in there and change. They've changed it again. So you don't know. It's the same thing with women. You don't know what she's gonna say the next day. Why are you worried about it?
Why are you worried about it?
Just
Politics.
deal with it. Yeah, just deal with it as it comes.
It's like politics today, man. I got a lot of friends who are conservative, hardcore. I got Trumper friends, hardcore conservatives. I got, Democrats and hardcore liberal friends. And they start getting, man, I can't believe Donald Trump might win. I can't believe Joe Biden might win. And they look at me like, you don't seem to be bothered. Like, hey, man, the mission ain't changed. We still here. I don't care who's in command. It doesn't really change from my point of view. Why am I going to waste my energy getting mad and yelling and this and that over some shit I can't control? You know what I mean? Just let me know what we're doing. What are the rules of engagement? Because we are still involved right here, right? And I use a lot of military analogies, guys, to just so y'all can see. If Mandrill can stay calm under fire, people are literally trying to blow him up and shoot him. If he can stay calm, you telling me you can't stay calm when some little girl is screaming at you? And you got the opportunity, you have the ability to walk away. You just walk away. But she grabbed me, DL. I don't care. She little, man. She can't. The women ain't got hands. Shout out to the Tate boys. You know what I mean? Andrew Tate, man. It was Tristan and Andrew. Women ain't got hands. What you worried about?
I actually like him, Andrew Tate. I actually do. Yeah. I've been watching more of him too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, why y'all mad at Tate? That's the question I got now. There's a lot of that's what I meant with Tate now. I'm like, why y'all mad at him? I don't see the problem.
The early Tate too is like the best. The early Andrew Tate. Whenever I talk to someone like I hate Andrew Tate or whatever, there's a video he did on Fresh and Fit when he was talking about his grandmother, and his grandmother had all these kids, and he's like, wasn't that a beautiful thing? He had their kids and their kids' kids, and there's this woman who had 80 human beings in this room, all came from that woman. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Did no one ask about what festivals she went to? No one asked her about what job she had or how much money she made. What kind of clothes she was wearing. No one cared about any of that. This one woman created 80 people. You know what I mean? And more coming. And he was telling you, table full of women. He was like, and if you think for a moment that you're going to go through life, go through your fertile years and not get a good man and not have children, and you think that, at the end of that, when you're at home alone with your cat, you think the fact that you can buy yourself an extra Gucci bag or a Birkin bag is going to make you feel better. He's like, no, you're delusional. Like, you're crazy. And I thought that was a great point he made. No one shows that. None of his haters shows that video because Andrew Tate hates women. He's trying to show these young women that what they're doing might not really be what they want. And once it's past them, you can't rewind the clock. That's all he's saying. Yeah, he said some wild stuff. Yes, there's some clips out there. Yes, I get all that. But there are clips out there of him trying to help people. You know what I mean? Same thing with Myron and Fresh. So I just kind of look at that, man. We got to wrap this up, man, Joel. I got to get going, bro. Your final thoughts, and I'm going to come back later tonight. I'm going to do a part 2. I'll probably be tipsy, so it's going to be crazy.
All right, man. Yeah. Final thoughts, fellas. Learn to master yourselves. Learn to stay calm in uncomfortable situations. That's number 1. Don't get in your feelings. You feel the blood boiling, breathe. Or just walk away from the situation. Say, hey, we'll finish this up later. You know what I'm saying? And walk away. If that's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. It does take work. It takes practice to stay calm when someone's yelling at you or they're being disrespectful or whatever the case may be. But don't, and understand like that the whole pecking order. Understand if you're a 6 and you're going after 9 or 10, she's probably going to reject you. And don't take it personally. She's just got a whole bunch of options. She's used to getting attention. Accept it for what it is, man. You can't make somebody be something you want them to be. Take it as is. And if you can deal with it, deal with it. If you can't, walk away. But you always have to be willing to walk away, no matter what. Always, you ain't got to, but always be willing to.
Always be willing to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is, man. That's fire, man. You get a Don DeMarco for that. You know these young kids love this Don DeMarco thing.
Don DeMarco.
You know what I mean? Brother Time was like, phone went out. What time you coming back tonight? I'm going to be back around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's show it. It's going to happen. We're going to do Drunk Saint, Lit Saint. I call it Lit Saint. We're going to do Lit Saint. It's going to be part 2 to this show we're doing here. I'm going to finish up talking about this dude in Cincinnati. Man, Joe, this dude in Cincinnati making $160,000 a year and can't get no women. That guy got problems. I'm telling you,
doing wrong? He doing something wrong. But that ain't it.
Bro, what are you doing?
Right. We doing something wrong.
160 in Cincinnati, bro. What do you mean? You should have women hanging off your balcony, man, trying to get up in there, bro. Like, what are you doing? This dude is a weirdo, man, and I could help him. I hit up Mo, was like, hey, Mo, can we anybody in touch with this guy? I can help him. Like, man, he don't want no help. So I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna do the video anyway. I'm off to clown him.
Yeah. You don't want no help? Go ahead.
Go ahead. So we'll be back tonight at 1 a.m.
All right, no problem. Thanks for having me, DL.
Oh, man, always a pleasure, bro. And for everybody else out there, man, that's Mandrill right here next to me. I'm DL Saint. This is I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'll see y'all back here later on tonight. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.